Rise and shine, sexy gang. Time for chest day today. We got everything prepared here. Everything is written down. A plan. You always need a plan. If you don't have a plan, make one. Okay, you gotta make sure you're taking notes of where you're going, of what you're doing on a daily basis. Because then you need to look back sometimes and see, okay, what did I do last week? Or what did I do 6 months ago? Because at one point you're gonna stagnate. At one point you're gonna stop seeing results. And then, because if you have everything written down and you have a plan that you're following, it's a lot easier to look back and see, okay, what did I do then that worked and it's not working anymore? So you look back and be like, okay, I probably was using a different method, or I was using this type of weight, or I was taking less rest in between sets and exercises. So tracking is very crucial. I'm still doing it after 20 years of training. I'm still planning all my workouts. That's different from what I do for my clients. Even for my clients, I constantly plan their workouts. I don't just come up with random shit and be like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this today. No, you gotta have a plan of action of what you're doing. And yeah, I still do that to this day, even for myself, for my trainings. I never trained like the same muscle, like following this. For example, if I do chest today, I'm not gonna do chest tomorrow or the next day. You let the muscle recover. You need at least 48 hours in between muscle groups to let the muscle recover before you hit it again. So you gotta be smart about this. You can't just go crazy in there, because I know so many people, they just randomly train everything. They go in there and they're like, today I'm just gonna do, let me see, maybe shoulders and some arms, and then tomorrow you do chest and a bit of shoulders and maybe some back. It doesn't work like that. You have to have something structured. You can't go into this just unknowingly expecting it to do it right. No, you gotta plan it right. When you build a house, you don't just wake up one day and be like, I'll just do the house like this, maybe I'll add the room there, and then as you start to build a house, you'll be like, no, I'll just, once the foundation is kind of ready, you will add another, pillar or whatever. No, it has to be 100% done beforehand, right? The plan, the house has to be 100% done, completed in your plans, right? In your drawings and everything before you actually build it. So the foundation needs to be strong. Same as working out. Make sure you plan everything, track everything, know what you're doing. Okay? So today we're gonna activate upper chest, lower chest, and then middle. We're gonna put the focus mostly on the upper chest. This is the hardest part that everyone is trying to get, and it's actually the hardest part to get in chest, because everything else, the middle part of the chest, is kind of targeted in any exercise that you do for chest. Mostly you got the middle part, it's constantly kind of getting some activation no matter what type of exercise you're doing. So it really depends on, because some people have a lot more developed lower chest, for example. I personally need to work on that to improve it as well. So I try to focus on the things that I think that I need improvement on. But still, upper chest is always going to be the first one that I start with. Then it goes to lower chest, right? So I'm going to target that even more. Then at the end, I'll leave the middle chest in terms of growth and thickness. But there's two ways of working the chest, right? You got the thickness of the chest, right, when you have your pressing movements, and then you have the width of the chest when you go for the flies, right? So you got to make sure that again, before you go into the battle, right, you need to know the enemy and what the enemy is, right? Now, as a pre-activation, like I always say, making sure that the blood is kind of pumped up beforehand, right? So you're gonna see now when we get to the gym, the pre-activation exercise, the FST7 one, right? Shout out to Hani Ramban. I really love that method. It works fantastically. I've been doing it for a while. You pre-activate the chest before any muscle. You pre-activate it beforehand, whatever muscle you're working on, right? Make sure you do an exercise that really gets that blood in there, because everything you're gonna do afterwards that muscle is already warm and it's getting it all in there, right? So we're gonna start with some flies and a hammer press to like really pump up the upper chest. Here we got 7 sets of 15 reps of those, right? So yeah, we're on our way to the gym right now. Got my pre-workout here as well. I'm gonna drink it in a bit. I personally do my own pre-workout. I don't really like the ones that come with so many things in there. I personally don't like it. I've used a few before. I've tried them out. Some were okay, some were too many. I don't like the caffeine intake in these things. I just have my own coffee in the morning, and that's it. Like black coffee, no sugar, no milk, no nothing. Just black coffee straight. And then in the pre-workout here, I only mix 2 things. I only mix creatine HCl, and citrulline. The creatine HCl actually helps to absorb, it goes into the muscle faster, and it doesn't cause any water retention. I've tried also creatine monohydrate, which everybody is, just promoting and putting it out there as the most studied supplement out there, whatever, right? This is all bullshit. Everyone's saying that, but still, you gotta try it and see, how it feels for you. For me, HCl works much better because there's no water retention. I don't feel like an animal, when I put it. That's not my goal. I don't want that, because I know it's just water, you just pump up the muscles. So with the HCl, there's no water retention. There's not that crazy, buffy feeling. And look, it's more, it just simply gives the muscles the energy that it requires. So you go for a higher, and crazier intensity in the gym. That's the actual goal of creatine, is to give you the, it increases the ATP production in the system. So yeah, and then citrulline really helps to give you that pump, right? It just simply expands the blood vessels in the body, and gives you more oxygen in the system. So it really helps again with the pump, and it just feels great. Like, so I only mix these 2 as a pre-workout. I don't mix anything else. Yeah, and it works fantastic for me. Sometimes I put in, it depends. If I'm really tired, sometimes I put in some sugar, simple sugars, right? I can either drink a bit of like a glass of natural orange juice, or some honey, right? This is another thing that I do sometimes. I take a teaspoon of honey, raw organic honey, and I put a bit of salt in it. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's actually pretty effective, right? When I feel tired and I do that mix, it works crazy, because the salts, Himalayan salt, right? What the salt does, it gives your body the electrolytes that it needs, right, while you're training. And then you got the honey, which has the natural sugars, right? And it goes straight into the muscle, the glycogen, which again the body needs and the muscles need when you train. So this mix is also incredible, all natural. Like you're trying to stay away from so many crazy shit, like we're not here to be we're not here in a chemistry class. We're here to build a functional body naturally, staying away from any drugs and all that bullshit. Okay, time to smash it. So first one, as I mentioned, we're going for the incline flies with the incline hammer press, which is a weight that is not too heavy. It's just like medium. Alright, so we're gonna start first with like 15 reps of the flies. Right, so as you can see here, I'm going into the fly, but as I'm coming back up, I'm kind of twisting in like this. Alright, I'm rotating it in, so we kind of give that upper chest a bit more squeeze, just like this. Good. 3 down, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14. Ooh, it's already burning, but now we're going to a hammer press too. Close grip. Just squeeze it till the end. Nice. That light squeeze at the end is just, you know, is that extra salt that you need to put on the food sometimes. It's already pumped up. Now we're only gonna take 30 seconds in between, right? In between sets before we smash it again. So you can imagine what kind of a pump you get. Take a little rest. Then we're gonna repeat everything again. 7 times in total. Stretch and rotate at the top. Stretch, rotate, stretch, rotate, stretch, rotate. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Already burning, but we're not stopping. Come on, hammer press. Squeezing, squeezing. Oh, damn. Also a good tip here for the incline, make sure you don't arch the back too much, because if you arch your back too much while you're here, right, if you go too much like that, then you're getting basically middle chest, and you don't want that. So try and keep your back as flat as you can on the bench, and then it's gonna get a lot of upper chest, right? Another thing is, it's good in between the sets while you're resting is to simply like squeeze the muscle in. Give it a nice squeeze as hard as you can. 5-10 seconds of massive squeeze, and then release it. That just helps to bring in even more pump and muscle and blood into the muscle before we hit it again. Right? So we're done 2. Man, we got 5 more to go. So the first superset, what we're gonna do, we have an incline press, right? So it's time to build that thickness of the chest now. Okay, we started on the incline with the flies and hammer to pre-activate the upper chest, right, to get it pumped up and get some blood in there. Now we focus on the thickness of the chest, which is the pressing movement. So I have here an incline press. It's a plate loaded one. You could use anything. You could use a machine if you have in your gym. It really depends. Different gyms have different equipment. We can use even a Smith machine if you want. If you don't have any other presses for like incline, then we're gonna mix the incline press with feet elevated push-ups, right? Everything is upper chest, okay, the pressing movement. So we go for like 12 of these, and the push-ups are the failure, okay? But here you want to make sure that the back again is straight, right? It's flat against the bench, and we have a nice and slow controlled movement on the way down, and then we push fast up with a squeeze at the top. So slow, 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 up and squeeze. Slow, 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 up, squeeze. Slow up, squeeze. Good. Nine, 10, 11, 12. 12. Oh, now straight into the feet elevated push-ups. Here, go to failure. It doesn't matter how many reps you can do, because after that you should be already tired. So again, reps doesn't matter. Just make sure you push the body to its limits. Okay? Very important. Very, very important. Now, between the superset, take about a minute rest. And then we smash it again. We got 4 of these in total. Next crazy 3 set. This time we got a 3 set. It's for the decline. Like I said, the decline gets the lower chest, right? This is something that I personally need to improve on. Some people have it more genetically developed. I don't. So I gotta work my ass for it, right? So first, we're gonna start. We're gonna take the same weight as you did in the beginning with the first pre-activation. Then we're going to the flies. All right, we go for the lower chest flies. The same with a twist at the top. Then, right after this, we get the bar. It's already set. Yeah, so you don't want to waste any time in between. It's already set. You get it. And we go for the normal press. About 8 of these, 8 to 10. And then the killer of this is push-ups, reverse grip push-ups, which again will target the lower chest. This will just burn it out till the end. And 12. Man, these benches are wet. This is an outdoor gym. Sometimes it rains, sometimes, but hey man, it's never gonna be a perfect scenario. It is what it is. Raining, cold, sun, we do what we gotta do. The work has to be put in. So again, this is gonna be killer. So don't go crazy weights, don't go too heavy into it, because the point of it all is to get the muscle to exhaustion. So make sure you start with the same weight for the flies as you did from the first warm-up, the first exercise. Then second, for the bar, for the pressing, don't put too heavy, because if you put too heavy, again, some other muscles will get involved more than you need them to. So you want to focus on the chest. Put about 50% or more or less, maybe 40%, 50%. I got here like a 15 kg plate, so this is a 50 kilograms bar. It's not heavy, but trust me, after these flies, to do these as well, you're gonna feel them. And then at the end with the push-ups, that's a killer, right? So the idea is focus on the muscle connection, right? That's what you want. Next, now it's time to target the middle part of the chest. Okay, so we're gonna go for a flat bench, and then we're gonna have a drop set. Okay, we're gonna have a drop set from heavier weights to lower weights. Okay, we're gonna have 3 different ones. We go for 5 reps, then for 8 reps, then for 10 reps. Okay, Let's see, we're gonna get a heavier set of dumbbells first for the 5. These might be, you don't have to go crazy heavy, because again, when you get to the ones that you need to do 10 reps, man, that's gonna hurt. Especially after we've done before as well, you should be tired by now, really bad. So we got those. Okay, so I will personally jump from 32.5 kg to 25 to 12.5. Let's see how they go. Make sure you get something that you're comfortable with. Don't injure yourself, please. Do smart. If you can't lift too heavy, don't do it. Doesn't matter. Okay, first one, we go for 5 reps. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, learn not to drop the weights. Don't be an asshole. Nobody wants to hear you slamming weights on the floor like a fucking animal. Be like, "Ugh," all over the place. Gotta respect everyone around you, man. This is not jungle. You gotta have class. Next, we go for 8 reps. This is already heavy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. No more 8. Nice and controlled. Oh God. And now the last one, the lighter ones. Okay, we're going for 10. So when you lift the dumbbells, you put them here on your thighs first, and then as you go back on the bench, you lift them one by one like this. You lift the upper thigh and then the other one, and then we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. 8, 9, and 10. Oh. Damn. After this, we can do a little squeeze as well. Oh, fantastic. Nice. This was a good set. Again, make sure you're choosing weights that you can handle. Like you said, like you saw, the second set, I couldn't really finish. The 8th was like, right there, I couldn't do it anymore. But I knew it was safe enough for me not to drop it on my face either, right? So be smart about it, man. I've been around gyms for many years, and I've seen some crazy shit. I used to work in gyms before, and I've seen people accidenting themselves actually in this type of exercise because they dropped the weight, right? So for example, how this dumbbell is here like this, right? They left them here next to the bench, and then they were working out with this one, and then from here, right, when they drop this one here, they hit the finger right between the dumbbells, man. And then one guy came with the finger in two like that, man. Thought I'm gonna pass out. You don't want that to happen to you, trust me, you don't. He actually passed out on the floor in the office there, I remember. we had to call the ambulance. So please be careful, man. This is not about getting injured here. We're coming here to improve ourselves. We're coming here to improve our mind, the way you feel about yourself, your confidence. You're coming here to become a better person. Because once you're out of here, once you build the confidence in the gym, you take it outside the gym. You're improving your life, you're improving your relationships, wife, career, kids. This is priceless, because you take it's the same essence that comes in here. You know that after the hard work that you gotta put in here, it's the same that's out there. In your relationship, you gotta work hard, you gotta put a lot of effort into it. Push yourself beyond your limits, like you're doing in this fucker here. With your kids as well. You can't just spend 10 minutes a day with them and, you know, have them respect you. No. You gotta go beyond what you can do, you know, to help them out, give them a great education, teach them about life. Don't let them be on the phone all day and expecting them to be smart kids. All right, 3 more to go. Next and last for the chest, and then we're done. We're gonna have the pullovers, the dumbbell pullovers, where we go up like this and then we bring it up. Now that focuses a lot. Again, it goes back on the lower chest and it gets the serratus muscles all here. It also gets a bit of lats. So this can be used for both back day, chest day. And then right after the pullovers, we're gonna have like a close grip press with the same dumbbell right at the top, right? So we get this inner chest development here as well. All right. So after this, we hit everything, man. We hit upper, we hit lower, we hit middle, we hit growth, right? Thickness, we hit width. That's it, man. You don't need to stay here like 3 hours in the gym. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's not really productive after a certain point, because your body can take just, you know, just a limited amount of time. It's usually about an hour, man, an hour and a bit, you know, maximum an hour and a half. But even like that, I mean, unless you work in more muscle groups, maybe, but just one muscle group, 1 hour is enough, because you go intense with like shorter rest in between, about a minute, and then you smashing it again, man. Don't go around talking to everybody, and this is not a social place, man. Don't worry about what other people are doing, you know. If you know people around, yeah, man, just say hi and move on with your workout. Okay, all right, let's smash it. So we lift this one first, again on the thigh here, and then the grip, we want to have it like this, right? This is the grip that you're gonna have right under the dumbbell here. So from the thigh, I usually lift it on the shoulder here, yeah, just like this, and then I can properly grip it, okay? And then I go back with it. And here as well, another great tip is don't like keep your head just at the end of the bench, so it's slightly going down. And the reason for that is this allows you to kind of go in a deeper stretch like that. You go down, then you bring it up here. Okay, we go down, slightly bend your arms, stretch and pull. Stretch, pull. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then right here we go for this short range of motion, close grip presses. That's also gonna get a bit of triceps too, inner chest here, maybe a bit of front shoulders, but this is a finisher, so well, I know a lot of people like to do it like this on the bench, right, being here like that. You can also do it this way if you want. You have the dumbbell here and you go like that, I personally don't like this. I prefer it when I'm like straight on the bench. I don't know why, it just feels more comfortable for me. If you prefer it the other way around, do it like that. It doesn't make any difference. Fitness is very basic. If you really look deep down into it, it's pretty basic. If you analyze the whole body and the muscles that you have in your body and how you activate them, it's kind of the same, man. You know, it's very basic. You go straight to the root, like we did now, chest, upper, middle, lower, width, thickness, middle part, done. And of course there's a lot of variations to achieve all of that. So it's not the same blueprint for everything, and it's also good to change it around. I personally never do the same workout. Like this workout that we just did today, I'll probably never do it again in the exact same order or the same way. I'll always play around with it. Yeah, maybe the warm-ups can be repetitive, so they're kind of more or less the same, but the workouts, how you play around with it, you gotta constantly shock the system up so it doesn't know what it's coming, because then your body gets used to the same movement. If you do the same workout again over and over and over again, then the body knows what's coming. It knows it's coming bench press, incline, decline, whatever. So you're not gonna get as much activation anymore. So our bodies are smart. We constantly have to be a step ahead of it. So constantly change shit up. That's why I'm gonna provide you all of these, so you can play around with the exercises, do whatever feels best for you. Take an exercise from this workout and an exercise from the next week's workout for chest, mix them around, do your own shit. Done for the day, man. Just destroyed, pumped up. Now ready for recovery. Remember, go home, you got the protein shake, you got 45 minutes, man. Some people don't believe it, but I do. It works. Because I tried before without the 45-minute window and with the 45-minute window. Man, the recovery is faster. I personally prefer it. I like it. My body feels great. So let's go home, let's get the protein in, let's start the recovery process. Stay sexy. I'll see you tomorrow.